AITAH for refusing to give birth without epidural. I, 24F, found out this week that I am pregnant. Me and my husband have only been married for 3 months, so this pregnancy was unplanned and I'm still trying to process it. However, I am willing to go through with it and we're both happy with the news. My mill has been pressuring me as soon as I got married to have kids since her other son and Dill have suffered with miscarriages for the past 4 years, so she's really persistent on wanting grandkids. Soon as I found out I was pregnant, my husband and I told my in-laws about the news in hopes that they'll help us out with doctors and things of that nature since we're unprepared. Some friends and family came over last night because they heard about the news and were very excited for me and my husband. My husband's cousin is also currently pregnant, so her and I were talking a lot about everything going on for us. She was saying I need to get good health insurance before I give birth in order to cover delivery, potential C-section, aftercare, etc. She was educating me a lot and also told me that epidural costs too, etc. My mill heard her mention epidural and went on to say, well, we won't be needing any of that anyway. I asked her what she meant and she says the epidural is unnecessary and makes things way too easy. Women should have their babies the way nature intended. I was in shock and so was everyone else in our living room. I naturally have a fear of childbirth after the horror stories I've heard, so no epidural is out of the question for me. I told her I outright refuse to have this child without epidural and that's not her decision to make. She became super offended and once our guests left, she told me I embarrassed her in front of them by talking back to her and told my husband he needs to straighten me out. My husband told her it's ridiculous to expect me to have a child with no pain relief and she responded with, well, I guess a baby is having your baby. It's been 3 days and she refuses to speak to my husband or me. My husband is now telling me that in order to keep the peace and move along to just apologize to her and possibly reconsider the epidural. I told him I have nothing to apologize for since I didn't say anything wrong, and I will not be reconsidering my decision. He thinks I'm holding a grudge and being disrespectful because his mother only wants what's best for the baby. Someone please tell me AITAH.